Today I'm cooking with Jared, the premier cooking show about a guy who tries to cook things. This is my new kitchen. Today we're making cheese quesadillas on a cast iron skillet. Now, this is one of my favorite meals. Before we get started, I've already turned on my stove and it's at about 6. Your stove's going to be completely different, but mine's on 6, so figure yours out. I've put a little bit of oil in my cast iron skillet. I use grapeseed oil because it's generally taste neutral. So now I've got that nice and greased up. Excellent cooking surface. I'm going to take some tortillas. In my case, I'm using Mission flour tortillas because they taste good and they're cheap. And I'm going to put them in the pan. Now, what I usually do is hold them at the top like this and then spread them like this so that on the other side it almost looks like a white tortilla butt. I'm going to put it on the pan like that. Have it centered. Now, so I've got it in position. I like to get the cheese and just sprinkle it on the tortilla. I'll show you what that looks like. Now what's happening is the heat is softening the flour tortillas so that they're more flexible. So what I'm going to do is just spread out the cheese here right to the edge. And then I'm going to fold the tortilla in half. That will give me 2 cheese quesadillas. Now cheese distribution is really important here. If you're cooking for someone else, the first thing that they look for when they're biting into one of these is whether there's cheese on the edge. That's kind of difficult to do, but if you nail it, people notice. Okay, now that I've got the tortillas in place with the cheese, I can now fold these over. And I have to be very careful not to touch my arm on the side of the pan. I've done that before. That's how you get a free tattoo that isn't removable with lasers. Okay, now that we've got those nice and folded in half, just let those kind of sit for a minute. Now sometimes what I'll do is I'll get a cover like this, and this is from a wok, but I'll just put it over the top to contain the heat, and that helps the cheese melt. Actually kind of cool. I've got an iPad mount. I'm going to use it for something that it's not intended to be used for, but actually works pretty well. So here's my iPad. I can use it to hold my camera. Be able to see what that looks like. Whoops. Now you got a really good close-up of what my tortillas look like. I don't know how well this is going to work. Yeah, it's going to slide. I'm spending way too much time on this. I'm going to burn my quesadilla. Okay. Use a fork. This is a common tool among men who cook to flip things over and get things out of the toaster while it's still on. So this has been going for just a few minutes. I'm going to flip it over and you'll see that my tortilla is turned a nice golden brown. That one's ready on that side. I'm just going to flip the other one over. Oh, look at that. fried cheese on the back. Okay. Just let that go for just another minute. Cheese inside by now is really nice and gooey. Just let that go for a minute. I should get a plate. One of my favorite things to do with these tortillas is use avocado. I think this is from Costco. It's totally not. It's probably from Winco then. My wife bought it for her food and I'm stealing it. She says it's okay. I've got this plastic on top to keep it from turning brown. These quesadillas are done, so I'm going to turn this off. Remove them from the pan. Look how crispy that is. Oh, it's perfect. This one, the cheese is actually kind of swelling and getting big. It's a good sign that it's done. So now we're going to get some of this guacamole. This is actually just mashed up avocado. It's not even guacamole. It's avocado with maybe some salt in it. Get the edges here so that they don't turn brown. I don't love avocados because of the antioxidants. I like it because it's green. Eating green things is always fun. Put that bag in place. It keeps the oxygen off the guacamole and keeps it from turning brown. Just put the lid back on and put it back in the fridge. And that is an 8-minute quesadilla.